What is going on, members of the Shy Guys squad and CPL fans alike? My name is Dan, otherwise known as Danekii, and I'm your coach of the St. Louis Sableyes for the competitive Pokemon League Season 2. And today we are facing off against Sherr and the Deleware Dugtrios. Now this is a little team builder section I'm going to do in front because we don't have separate videos for that. So I'm going to have a little team builder section here before we jump into the battle between me and Sherr. So first off here, Sherr's draft is going to pop up on screen right about now. And he has the potential to bring Azumarill, Jirachi, Gengar, Bisharp, Tentacruel, Machamp, Toxicroak, Heracross, Dugtrio, Mega Camerupt, Tauros, and Raichu. So that is his draft, and I have made a specific plan for myself to check what or to bring what I think will counter his team the best, I suppose, for my mons. Which, of course, if you watch the team like the draft analysis and stuff, we have Victini, Megalopony, Ferrothorn, Thundurus, Suicune, Espeon, Thundurus-T that is, Whimsicott, Darmanitan, Gastrodon, Electros, Hoopa Confined, and Sneasel. So let's look at what we have brought here today. First up here, we have Megalopony. Megalopony, he puts a huge dent to his team, and he really doesn't have anything that stops it. I don't really have a fear when it comes to bringing Megalopony, because Megalopony hits his team so hard that there's nothing to worry about from my perspective of this match. And I'm just going to bring Fake Out, Return, High Jump Kick, and then Drain Punch as the last move just in case Lopunny gets low and I need recovery. And basically Fake Out smacks the shit out of something if he has some sort of like, I don't know, if he has some kind of like Trick Room maybe. Trying to see if he can do that. If he has some sort of Trick Room or something like special, I can sort of like stack up the, like stall out those turns and then of course get my free Mega Evolution off against something like the Gengar. We have Return, hitting everything really freaking hard. And the things that Return doesn't hit very hard, we have Drain Punch and High Jump Kick for, being like, for example, the Bisharp, the Jirachi, the Heracross gets hit hard by Return, Dugtrio, Mega Camerupt, Tauros gets hurt pretty bad by Drain Punch and a Jump Kick, and of course there's Raichu. So next up we have Bub Beam. Shout out to King Bub. We have our physically defensive Crocoon. Figured week 1 Crocoon works really well against this team. Rest, Sleep Talk, Calm Mind, and Scald. Scald hits Scald hits what it needs to hit and gives the chance to burn. Now Guts Machamp is a little scared, but he has Mega Camerupt, he has Dugtrio, he has Tauros, he has Bisharp, he has Rachi, and he has Azumarill, things that I need to burn. Because if they allow, like, well, not Mega Camerupt or Dugtrio, but, like, those other threats, like, Bisharp, Rachi, if it's physical, and Azumarill, if they get the chances to set up, like, Bisharp with SD, maybe, Azumarill with a Belly Drum, they can become huge problems, and Rachi in itself, just Iron Head, Zen Headbutt, just flinch spamming. They can become huge problems, and getting chip damage on them is going to be a big deal, so that's why I've decided to bring Crocoon this week. Now, next up here is Donkey Kong, DK the Darmanitan, holding a Choice Band with Flare Blitz, Earthquake, U-Turn, and Stone Edge. Now, I'm running Choice Band this week instead of Choice Scarf because of a certain other mon that we have along the line that you may see, but we'll cover that when we get there. Choice Band and Darmanitan hits his team like a truck. I've not made any specific spreads this week. We'll probably look at that later as we go into the league, see how we go with the regular spreads for now. I'm probably going to do more like calcing and stuff eventually. But I run Flare Blitz because stab, and it really hurts his team. His resistances doesn't really take it well either. Like Azumarill doesn't really want to take it. I'm not staying in on Azumarill either because Aqua Jet. Tentacruel. Tentacruel has weak physical defense and doesn't want to risk getting Earthquaked. Mega Camerupt, again Earthquake. So there's not a whole lot that wants to 1v1 Darmanitan, and if I can meet the right conditions, then Darmanitan can put a huge dent into my opponent's team. So next up is Hug Me Please, the Ferrothorn. He just wants some love, man. And Ferrothorn this week is running Spikes, Stealth Rocks, Thunder Wave, and Knock Off. No Gyro Ball, no Power Whip, no Stab, no nothing. The entire premise of this Ferrothorn is to Hazard Stack him, because he has one way of hazard removal, as I see, being the Tentacruel, and I have stuff to hit that pretty freaking hard. So we have Stealth Rocks here, which puts break stashes, of course, and it also hurts his team quite a bit. And Spikes getting 3 layers, of course, doing 25 continuous to everything except for Gengar. I think. Yeah, it does 25 to everything except for Gengar, because Gengar has Levitate. So his team is really grounded, which is why hazards are so important against him. Thunder Wave to slow threats down, and Knock Off, of course, for item removal. Next up, we have Thundurus, Unravel, Unravel Ghoul, Thundurus-Therian, with Nasty Plot, Thunderbolt, Dark Pulse, and Focus Blast. Thunderbolt, Stab, hits Azumarill, hits Jirachi pretty hard, hits Gengar pretty hard, hits Bisharp pretty hard, hits Tentacruel pretty hard, hits Machamp pretty hard, hits Toxicroak pretty hard, hits Heracross pretty hard, hits Tauros pretty hard. And then there's Dugtrio, Mega Camerupt, and potential Lightning Rod, Raichu. We also have Dark Pulse, which hits Jirachi, Gengar, and of course Dugtrio, Mega Camerupt, and Raichu pretty hard. And Focus Blast for Bisharp. I think I specifically put it on for Bisharp and Tauros, even though, I mean, I could have gone for Sub maybe. But I decided to go with Focus Blast. We'll see how it goes. And last but not least, we have 100%, which is our physically defensive Whimsicott, with Tailwind to support Darmanitan and his Choice Band, Taunt to prevent him from setting up with his other Pokemon, like for example Azumarill, which is one thing I'm pretty worried about. We have U-Turn for Momentum, and Moonblast just to simply hit stuff. Like, it's neutral against Bisharp, it hits Machamp for super effective, it hits Heracross pretty good. It's just to have an offensive move on it. But, our main goal with Whimsicott was just to smack shit pretty freaking hard. So yeah, that is the team, and I will be right back with the battles, so I'll see you guys in a second. Alright guys, so here we are with the battle for Competitive Pokemon League Season 2 versus Sherr. He brought Raichu, Gengar, Dugtrio, Azumarill, Mega Camerupt, and Tauros. You guys saw the team from earlier, so let's just get right into it, shall we? So he's going to lead off with his Camerupt as I lead off with my Lopunny, and we're both going to throw off that Mega Evolution. I'm going to go for Fake Out and then instantly swap out into my Suicune as he decides to go for a Will-O-Wisp. From here he is going to, I'm going to pull a double into Lopunny, expecting him to switch out into Gengar. He's going to be forced back into Camel Toe. I'm going to go for Fake Out and then follow up with a high jump kick, and that is going to take him out. This is going pretty fast. We're going to slow it down a bit. He's going to switch into his Azumarill, and I figured my only switch here really is Ferrothorn. If he has something like Superpower or something, I might be screwed. But it seems that he has Rest, Resto Chesto, Belly Drum. Interesting set. I did go for T-Wave and it did work out in the end, so that is nice on my part. He has shown Rest, Belly Drum, Aqua Jet so far, so it comes to my assumption that he doesn't have a move like Play Rough. Like, he might have Play Rough but not Superpower or anything. So I'm just going to continuously Hazard Stack here because he's going for Aqua Jets and I can take those. And he takes Rocky Helmet, and he takes Rocky Helmet plus Rocky Helmet Rough Skin. No, Iron Barb's Rocky Helmet damage, which means he will go down with me. I go for the knockoff as he goes for the Aqua Jet again, which takes us both down. And I have all the hazards on his field. I sack off Ferrothorn. Ferrothorn did what it needed to do and actually got a kill. So I'm going to go into Whimsicott here and try to set up my Tailwind because I feel like it's time now. So he's going to go for Retaliate. I do take that because I'm physical defensive. I go for a Moonblast, which does a hell of a lot of damage, forcing this Tauros to stay in. I'm going to go for Tailwind. He's going to go for the Retaliate once again because he is Choice Scarf. I am going to switch into Darmanitan, and at this point I can click Flare Blitz. I have 3 turns with Tailwind. Now he's going to go into the Raichu. And this Raichu has Fake Out, which was pretty interesting, caught me a bit off guard. So he's going to flinch me. I have one more turn of Tailwind. I'm going to Flare Blitz once again and take him out. Unfortunately, I do get staticked. It happens. And he's going to switch into Oprah, the Dugtrio, as the Tailwind peters out. He goes for Home Claws, not really sure what his thought process was there, because for me it said you may be trapped, so I figured I'm probably trapped because he's Arena Trap, and then I can go for Flare Blitz. But he decides to go for a Thunderbolt with his Gengar. I'm just going to go for a Fake Out and then follow up with a Return. And we are going to end off Week 1 of the CPL in a 3-0 victory against the Deleware Dugtrios. Lopunny got 2 kills. Took down the Camerupt and the Gengar. Ferrothorn took down the Azu, and our Manitan smacking people left and right. Freaking Tauros, Raichu, and Dugtrio all wiped. So this was a pretty good week for us. Suicune took that at Will-O-Wisp for the team and got back in. So I feel like we played this game pretty well. Next week we are up against Brother Goo, the guy who made our logo, and the Louisville Murkrows, and his team is quite the interesting one. I sense the sand. The sand team is tingling with him having Hippowdon, Excadrill, and Megadiancy, if I recall correctly. So that's going to be interesting to see what we can do there. But if you guys enjoyed, make sure to hit that like button down below because your support is greatly appreciated. Of course, it's itchy. Your support is greatly appreciated. If you're new, hit that subscribe button. The Shy Guy squad is ever expanding, and I really just have to take a moment here to thank you guys so much, because our channel has hit 355 subscribers as of this recording, and I'm a bit ahead of time because this is supposed to be uploaded on Saturday the 16th, and we're currently on, like, as of me recording this, it's Monday the 13th at 4 in the morning. I don't have school today. No, well, this Monday. This Wednesday and Friday, those are the only school days I have this week, so I can be awake and stuff. But I'm recording this right now, and I want to thank you guys so much for the support recently on the channel, with TBU, with MPL coming up soon this Sunday, like also like basically tomorrow from this video, and of course this. It really means a lot to see you guys show the support that you are with the content I'm producing, and I really can't thank you guys enough. So that's going to be it for the rambling of this battle here. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace!